MCQs in your CA final FR and AFM. 30 marks, that too without negative markings from the May 24 attempt onwards. A very welcome change by the ICAI. However, being the first time that these MCQs have in the FR and the AFM paper, rightfully there are a lot of questions in the student's mind. How do you prepare for these MCQs? From where do you prepare for these MCQs? What is the expected breakup of these MCQs, and what is the MCQ strategy that one needs to follow? So in this video, we'll try to address each of these points and also make an important announcement. So please do hang on by the end of this video. So let's discuss the MCQ strategy. But before you go over there, what is the expected breakup that we expect in case of an MCQ now going forward? So now your paper will be slightly modified. Earlier you had 5 questions of 20 marks each plus 1 option. Now that will be modified. There will be 2 separate papers that you will have. One will be the MCQ paper and one will be the main paper. The main paper will be for 70 marks now, which will be 14 into 5 plus 1 more additional option. So the maximum marks per question that can now come is going to be a 14 mark question in the main paper. Second is the MCQ paper, where you will have 30 marks. And with these 30 marks, you will be given an OMR sheet where you will have to mark the MCQ option. Again, you can make the workings in rough. However, no marks are allotted separately for the workings. In terms of the breakup within these 30 marks, both for FR as well as AFM, what we do expect is around 12 to 15 marks will be individual standalone MCQs. Some MCQs coming for 1 marks, some of them coming for 2 marks. Typically, the 2 mark MCQ is going to be a little more complex as compared to the 1 mark MCQ. That is approximately half of your MCQ paper, and the other half is going to be a case-based MCQ, wherein you will be given a case, maybe 2 or 3 cases is what we expect, of around 5 to 6 MCQs each, whereby you will have to answer based on the data given in the case. While solving for this case-based MCQ, I would strongly recommend that you first read the MCQs or questions first and then go to the main case, so that you know what information is asked, what is available, etc. So this is expected to be your weightage for the MCQs. Now, when we try to prepare for these MCQs, what is the strategy that you should try to follow? Now, a very important thing would be not to ignore these MCQs. Yes, the preparation for MCQs is kind of a corollary. It is a byproduct of your main preparation. If your main preparation is good, by default your MCQs are good. However, you want to test it. In fact, MCQs help you in getting a much more deeper and a greater conceptual understanding, and it is 30 marks, which should not be taken lightly. So over here, I would strongly recommend that when you are viewing the lectures for the first time, or if you have viewed the lectures and you are revising for the first time, do the MCQs chapter wise. So when one chapter gets done, go to the MCQ for that chapter. The next chapter, again go to the MCQ for that chapter, and so on. Do it chapter wise. Sir, but from where do you prepare these MCQs? Now, first there is a source, which is the institute's website, where institute on its portal has uploaded a few MCQs. You can try from there. And secondly, what we have tried to do is we have tried to make a very detailed, exhaustive and a very helpful question bank, a separate MCQ bank over here. So I'll just kind of run you through this MCQ bank once. So over here, this is for FR. So over here, this is the MCQ bank. This is how it will appear. 2 or 3 important things over here. We have kind of included the individual MCQs as well as case-based MCQs. So there are close to 700 plus individual MCQs, and then there are close to 35 to 40 detailed cases, case-based MCQs. So this is something which is very, very helpful. I would strongly recommend that you practice this. Now, it might sound intimidating to start with, but if you kind of run through this, and again, before we proceed, this MCQ we will be sharing free of cost with all our students. So we will share this on the Telegram channel. So you can take the description from the Telegram channel, and we will share this over there. So that is helpful. But if you want to practice from the hard copies, you can we have started a pre-order. You can kind of pre-order by 15th of January. The prices would be at a slight discount. You can just refer that later, but there's colored option available and black and white as well. But more importantly, what is there in this MCQ booklet, and why could this possibly be of great help for your preparations? So over here, chapter wise we have included MCQs. What we have tried to do is we have tried to give the total number of minutes that you should do for each MCQ. So though it might appear to be a lot of MCQs, well, if you finish one chapter like preparation of financial statements around 15 to 20 minutes, inventory around 60 minutes, cash flow statement 30 to 40 minutes, and so on. So that gives you a very good timeline. I mean, you start with the stopwatch, and that is exactly how MCQs are to be prepared. You start with the stopwatch after you have prepared or done the revision for a chapter, and quickly try to mark out each of these MCQs, get that out of the way. At the end, we have a detailed case-based questions at the end, which is something that you do after completing the revision for the entire course, not otherwise. Now again, some students may not have as much time, in which case what we have tried to do is within each chapter we have tried to segregate the MCQs between grade A, grade B and grade C. Grade A being the most important ones, the most difficult ones, grade B being the average important ones, the typical average exam category ones, and grade C being the simple ones. So if you are running out of time, I would strongly recommend that you at least do the grade A, if possible grade B, and at least the case based MCQs. This is something which I would strongly recommend you do, and it is not going to take a lot of time. It is something that is going to happen together, and it will, in fact, MCQs, if you have done earlier, if you do it properly, they actually help you in deepening your overall understanding. The small fine points that you might have missed while going through the chapter get caught in the MCQs. So this is something, again, we have given the answers along with the explanation. So if you go to see, you have answers along with the reasoning over here. Wherever applicable, we have given detailed reasonings as well. Again, within these chapters as well, we have case based MCQs, like you have a case based MCQ pertaining to certain cases which is unique to that chapter only. Again, you have a case based MCQ within the chapter, for example in inventories, and then you have a detailed reasoning. So this is one place where you sit and you will have all the rationales, your reasoning for each answer, and at the end you have these case based MCQs, where again within these cases also we have tried to segregate these cases between grade A, grade B, grade C, but being case based MCQs, again we have given a timer or time limit for these MCQs. So try to kind of stick to these timelines, grade B, grade C, etc. So various cases are available. For your AFM, we have actually got a list of around 250 odd MCQs. We are yet to grade it, but that's fine. We will be sharing that also in due course, because again, it's important that you are, when you're revising, you do the MCQs. So eventually we will grade even the AFM MCQs. We will put timelines over there. For FR, we have managed to do that. For AFM, the MCQs are ready, but the grading is not, but still that does not really matter. You can even practice all the MCQs from there. So this is available in soft copy. If you want, you can practice in soft copy free of cost. All the students, we are sharing that. Hopefully that helps you. And if you want to purchase a hard copy, we have just kept, I mean, 499 for the black and white and around 699 odd for the 600 or 599. Sorry, 599 for the colored version. See what is suitable for you, and accordingly you can take your decision. So this is from where should you study. Third question is, should you study? My answer is yes. Obviously, it is 30 marks. There would obviously be a possibility where if you have a good overall understanding, you would say MCQ, we will know. Yes. But then if you do the MCQs and it does not take as much time, trust me, if you take this number of minutes, it will not take as much time to complete the MCQ, and you will have a very high confidence. And I'm pretty sure more than 60, 70 is something that you can easily aim at once you do the MCQs properly as well. Now, when we look at, let us say, the MCQs, another thing that you need to kind of focus on is your ABC analysis. When we look at the ABC analysis for an MCQ, I would say this is different from the ABC analysis for a main paper. So something like consolidation, you can have a full-fledged question. It's a tier A, category A chapter. However, within consolidation, that schedule 3 typical consolidation will not come in an MCQ. Consolidation will be relatively lesser important when we come to the ABC analysis for an MCQ, and in fact within consolidation, items like stake sale or items like control determination is something which is more important for an MCQ. So what is ABC for a main chapter may not necessarily be, in fact in all likelihood it will be opposite in case of an MCQ. Now it is very easy for the institute to cover a very large portion of your syllabus, because they can ask you 1, 2 mark MCQs, and these are highly scoring. So I would strongly recommend that you do them properly. and you do them along with your course. If you keep all of them together at one go, it is probably going to get a lot of it will be taxing. So whether you're watching the videos for the first time, doing the revision, or probably ensure that you do it chapter wise, and the case based MCQs you do it together at the end. While you're doing the MCQs, a very important thing would be you mark out the MCQs where you either went wrong or you faced difficulties. You might have faced a lot of resistance, and somehow by luck, by elimination technique, you might have got the right answer. However, if you have faced a difficulty, I would strongly recommend you mark that, and when you are revising it later, just revise those MCQs where you faced certain degree of resistance or difficulty. So that is something that is highly recommended. Even while you are preparing the elimination technique for MCQs, where sometimes you might not be able to kind of gauge the absolute right answer, but then in such cases you should be able to eliminate the relatively wronger answers and then come back to the options which are the most closer. This will all come by practice. If you don't practice and keep everything for the last day, maybe not. So I would strongly recommend you practice these MCQs. It is something which is very scoring. So why not take the best advantage out of it? So how do you prepare for MCQs? You prepare for MCQs simultaneously, chapter wise, strengthen your understanding, mark the MCQs where you have made a mistake or you faced a resistance. From where do you prepare the MCQs? You can prepare it from the institute's portal, or if you have some other sources reliable where you have heard good reviews, you can obviously go for out there. Or we have prepared an MCQ bank for FR as well as AFM, which we will be sharing in soft copy. If you need the hard copy, you can purchase it separately as well. Third, what is the breakup of the MCQs? Approximately half of them will be individual unrelated MCQs, half of them will be case based MCQs, that is highly likely the weightage. And what should be my MCQ strategy? Well, keeping MCQs aside is not something which is advisable. Do it kind of simultaneously. The ABC analysis for an MCQ may be different from the ABC analysis of the main chapter. So this is it about the MCQs. We will keep you posted, and we will kind of even share videos or audio notes for the complex MCQs that we have. So I hope this kind of helps you, and if you need any other help or if you have any other feedback, please do share it with us, and we'll be happy to get on board with that as well. So that should be it for today. I'll kind of be in touch with you very soon on YouTube as well as Telegram. So have a good day. Bye bye. Take care. If you have not kind of subscribed to our channel, please do that and like this video. Bye bye. Take care.